Hello guys, so in this video, we will discuss about the relative of equilibrium of liquids. So in this topic, we will understand the behavior of fluid that is inside the container and when the container is moving either rotational or it is in rectilinear motion. And what will be the behavior inside the container. So, let's get started. For the linear translation, let's say we have here a vessel that is moving at a constant acceleration. So the tendency of the fluid inside this vessel is that the liquid surface inside the container will tilt at a certain degree. So our liquid surface will have an angle tilt from the horizontal. So we mark that as a theta. And the forces present inside this vessel are the weight of fluid, which is going downward. The normal force that is acted by the fluid. So since we have a motion which is going to the right due to the constant acceleration, so we will also have a reverse effective force. Because whenever the body that is moving, there's always equivalent reverse effective force. So, when we form a force triangle using the weight or the forces present here in this moving body, we can now form a force triangle with that. So, the angle theta is just the same with the angle of tilt of the liquid surface when it moves. Take note guys that the body or vessel is moving at a flat surface, so there's no angle of inclination of the surface where the vessel is moving. So based on the force triangle, we have the tan theta, REF, the weight, and the normal force. So as we recall, the solution in determining the REF, that is just equal to weight of the body to be divided by the acceleration due to gravity and then multiplied by the acceleration. Okay, so weight, we can have that. The normal force still unknown, but since the easiest values that can determine here are the REF and the given weight of the body, so we will just use the REF and the weight of the body in determining the angle of tilt of the liquid surface. So now, applying the tangent function, so we will have the tangent theta is equal to REF to be divided by weight. So, when we substitute the weight over G and the REF to be divided by W, we will come off with the value of tan theta is equal to A over G, because the weight will be cancelled out and the remain is A over G, or the constant acceleration and the acceleration due to gravity. And para makuha natin ang theta, arctan over A over G lang natin siya, and then makukuha na natin ang value ng theta. So let us proceed with our example number 1. So an open tank 1.7 times 1.7 meter and has a 130 deep and then contains a depth of 1.9 meter, which is yun. And then meron daw itong weight na 3,500 Newton. And then meron daw nag-act na unbalanced force, parallel siya na 12,000 Newton. So means dito siya, itong ating force na 12,000 Newton. Now, determine the acceleration of tank and also the maximum pressure at the bottom of tank, and then the acting or the force acting on the side with greatest depth. Okay, so let's start solving it. So for our letter A, determine the acceleration of tank. And now, as we recall the formula for force, that is equal to mass times acceleration. Let's determine first the total mass. For our mass, i-add lang natin yung mass ng ating tank as well as yung water. And then, since ang ating weight dito is in Newton, so kailangan natin siyang i-divide into G para makuha natin yung unit ng mass, which is kilogram. So, plug natin yung value, 3,500 Newton over G. Let me just repeat it para hindi kayo malito. So, bibigyan ko ang formula. We have the mass of the tank plus mass of the water. And then, okay. So, it's equal to, we have our weight of tank all over gravity. And then, yung for our water, recall lang natin yung formula for density, mass, na density of water times the volume of the water, which is nakuha sa density is equal to mass over volume. I-convert lang siya. So, plug lang natin yung ating values. We have our 3,500 Newton to be divided by 9.81 meter per second squared, plus yung density ng water na which is constant na 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter times volume, which is yung 0.90 meter, yun yung na-filled ng water. So, yun. Times yung haba niya na 1.7 meter. And then, yung lapad niya, or yung lapad ng ating tank na 1.7 din, which is given din naman doon sa question. Okay. So, further solving it, we came up to, okay, solve na natin, plug natin sa calculator. 3,500 over 9.81, and then i-plus natin yung 1,000 kilogram, and then ito times natin yung ating volume, and then it will be equal to yan, and then yung cubic meter is cancel out na yan dahil sa ating volume. So, cancel out na yung ating cubic meter. And then, di ba, ang value ng ating Newton is kilogram per meter squared. So, matitira lang is ang ating kilogram. So, ito na yung ating sagot, 2957.779 kilogram. So, mas pa lang ito, guys. Wala pa yung ating acceleration, which is ang ating hinahanap. So, balikan natin force is equal to mass times acceleration. So, to get the acceleration, we just have to divide it by mass. So, A is equal to, okay, divide natin siya. Cancel out na yung mass doon. So, A is equal to force over mass. That is equal to 12,000 Newton over ang ating mass na 2957.779 kilogram. So, di ba ang ating Newton is equal to kilogram meter per second squared. So, it means yung ating kilogram dito is makakancel na matitira is meter per second squared, which is ang unit ng ating acceleration. So, solve lang natin siya. Plug lang natin sa calcul. We have this 4.057 meter per second squared. So, nasagot na yung hinahanap natin for our letter A. So, for our letter B, we are asked to determine the maximum pressure at the bottom of the tank. Okay, so first, let us redraw the figure where nagkaroon na ng acceleration, kung saan magti-tilt na yung ating ayan. So as you can see, ito pa rin yung ating figure, and then yun nga lang, nagkaroon na siya ng acceleration, which is yung gisolve natin kanina. Ayan, so as you can see, nagkaroon na ng angle which is equal lang yan siya both side. And as you can see, nag-tilt na siya kasi nga mayroon nang na-add na acceleration, or nagkaroon na ng acceleration. So ang hahanapin dito is the maximum pressure at the bottom of the tank, right? So ang gagawin natin, since makikita natin na sa leftmost corner of the tank is the one that has the highest pressure, kasi ang depth ng fluid is as this point, so it's higher compared to the other side na mas mababa. So it means ito mas mataas siya. So we will focus on this side sa point A, where dito yung mas malaking value ng hydrostatic pressure. Okay, so first na gagawin natin is kukunin natin ang value ng theta here para makuha natin ang depth ng fluid here. Let us mark it as letter Z. So let us compute first the theta. So tan theta is equal to acceleration over yung ating gravity, which is constant naman. So yan, plug lang din natin yung value niya. So arctan, para makuha natin yung theta, arctan A over G, which is equal to arctan, and then plug natin yung value ng A na 4.057 meter per second squared, and yung ating constant na gravity na 8.1 meter per second squared. Bali, ang ating theta, it will be equal to, let's calculate first, arctan 4.57 over 9.81. So cancel na yung kaniyang unit, so magiging 22.468 degree, kasi ang hinahanap natin is theta, which is in degree siya. And magagamit natin to pag-solve ng ating Z. So based on figure, when a liquid surface tilt, it is equally distributed from the center. So ito yung ating center, so equally distributed yan siya. And ang pag-change ng distance ng liquid dito sa side na to is equal lang din siya sa pag-change ng liquid or distance ng liquid dito sa kabila. So let us mark it as Y. Now let us solve the distance Y. So here we have, diba, nakahati siya, and then sa kabuuan meron tayong 1.7 meter. So yan, magiging i-divide lang natin siya into 2 yung 1.7. So magiging 0.85 meter na yan siya. And then sa taas nito, yan yung hinahanap natin. Focusing on the right triangle here, we can get the value of Y using the tangent formula, which is tan theta is equal to y all over 0.85. Yan yung ating x. So, we have 0.85 tan theta is equal to y. Bale, 0.85 tan theta times yung ating degree doon na nakuha kanina 22.468 is equal to y. Bali, ang y, plug lang natin siya ito sa ating calcu. And then, it will be equal to 0.35. So, in meter yan siya. So, yun na yung ating value for y. It means, yan yung itinaas ng distance noong nagkaroon ng tilt due to acceleration. The pressure A is equal to gamma and the height of the water. So, it is equal to 9.81 kilonewton meter cube, which has already been discussed last meeting. And now, the height. So, let us replace it as h. So, dito natin siya kinuha kasi dito ang may pinakamataas na depth and dito yung may pinakamalakas na hydrostatic fluid. So, mula dito hanggang sa y. So, kunin natin yung original depth ng water, 0.9 m plus yung y. So, it is equal to 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter, 0.90 plus yung 0.35 or 352 meter na nakuha natin ang value ng y kasi yun yung total value ng h. So, pressure A, calculate lang natin siya. Plug lang natin sa ating calcu. It will be equal to 0.90 times 0.352 meter. Equal to 12.283. So, sulat lang natin siya. 12.283 kilonewton per cubic meter or per meter squared rather. So, pressure A is equal to 12.82 kilopascal kasi convert natin siya into kilopascal yung kilonewton per meter squared. For our letter C, we are asked to determine the force acting on the side with the greatest depth. So, dito pa rin natin siya kukunin sa may pinaka-greatest depth sa A. So, now, just to confirm guys, the h is the added value of this. So, this would be equal to lang natin siya. So, 1.252. Now, it means it doesn't exceed the 130 meter. So, walang spill na magaganap or hindi mag-i-spill yung water. Kasi hindi siya lumampas ng 130 meter, 1.30 meter. So, hanggang dito lang siya. Right? Kasi ang mangyayari kapag naglampas siya ng 1.30 meter, mag-i-spill siya from the container. Yung pag-tilt niya, mag-i-spill siya. So, imagine na lang na ganun, di ba? Kasi magkakaroon tayo ng ibang calculation once na nag-spill yung water and we will further discuss this later. So, in this example, there will be no water that will be spilled out. Okay? And going back to the question C, let us determine the pressure on the greatest depth. Okay, so let us identify the hydrostatic force here on the plane surface because force is required. So what will be the hydrostatic force on the body acting on the side that has a greatest depth? And i-mark lang natin siya as an F for hydrostatic force. Now we are gonna solve this hydrostatic force here. So to start, let us write first the total height, which is 1.252 meter, and letter C, F is equal to gamma h bar A. It is equal to 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. And then yung ating h bar. Now, sa tingin nyo, saan siya kinuha? So, dito lang din siya kinuha. So, diba, yung shape ng ating is rectangular siya. Let us draw first. And then, dimension niya. We have 1.7. Diba? 1.7 meter. And then, yung height niya na 1.28 or 252 meter. Yung total height niya sa may greatest height. So ang ating gamma h is just the half of 1.252, which is, divide natin siya into 2. So we have 0.626 meter. So yun yung ating gamma h. Tandaan nyo yun guys, i-divide lang siya ng 2 kasi yung half lang niya. So plug na natin din yung area niya. So same lang din, doon pa rin natin siya kunin sa my greatest step. So we have the 1.252 times the 1.7 or yung length times weight, which is ang formula for area of rectangle. And it will be equal to, calculate lang natin siya, 9.81 times 0.626 times 1.252 times 1.7 to be equal to 13.071 kilonewton kasi makakancel yung ating cubic meter dyan. And this will be our final answer for letter C. So we can also determine the hydrostatic force acting on this side. So we just subtract the y dito. So we get the total height here, and then applying the same solution here, ay makakuha na natin siya. Ganun na din sa ginawa natin sa isa, pero hindi natin nahanapin yun kasi hindi naman yung hinahanap. Kasi yung hinahanap is yung greatest step, which is yung sinolve na natin. So that's how you solve this problem. Let us proceed naman sa ating next na example. So for our question, or for our next is, what if mag-spill yung ating water sa ating container? Yung pag-tilt niya is mag-spill siya. So magdidepend lang din siya sa ating computed na value ng theta. Kasi kung sasobra siya or sasobra yung angle niya, syempre mag-i-spill talaga. Yun yung tendency niya. Now, assuming that ito yung na-compute natin na theta. So, lumampas siya. Masyadong malaki yung theta na nakuha natin. Masyado siyang nag-incline. Tapos, ganyan din yung height ng ating container. Siyempre, mag-spill talaga dito. So, imagine lang natin na nakasakay tayo, tapos may dala tayong container na may water. So, kapag masyadong masyadong bumilis yung ating acceleration and nag-spill yung water dyan. So what will happen here is that the angle theta will be constant. It would not change on the process that the water will be spilled as it moves. So what will happen is, let's say this is your rim. Okay, so the liquid surface will follow the angle theta here, and it will end on the rim surface until it reaches the new surface right here, and then following the computed value of theta. So the excess water will be spilled out and to attain this position of new liquid surface as it is moving. It is important that we determine the initial volume of the fluid, and if it is required here, we can determine the new volume based on the new position of the liquid surface. So let us proceed on the next problem. The tank shown in the figure is accelerated to the right. Width of tank is 1.5. Letter A, determine the acceleration needed to cause the free surface to touch the point A. Letter B, determine the pressure at B. Letter C, determine the total force acting on the bottom of the tank. So this is a closed tank, so it means there will be no water that will be spilled out of this tank. Okay, so let's say it is moving to the right and have a acceleration here. It is required here that as it moves at a constant acceleration A, is the free water will touch the point A. So it means if this is your initial position of the liquid surface, it will end up touching the point A. Okay, so that is the value of theta here and theta there. So this is a closed container. So ang gagawin natin is that we will use geometry sa pag-solve ng theta. So dahil closed nga ang container or tank, it means that there will be no water that will be spilled. Therefore, the volume of air in this container before is just equal to the volume of air after the body is in motion. So we have the volume. Wait. So again, let's rewrite it. We have volume of air before and the volume of air after are equal. So applicable lang to siya sa closed container, like yung mga tangke sa truck good na may dalang tubig. So let's compute first the volume of air before. Okay, so the volume of air before is 0.2 times width of 2 meters and the length is 1.5 meter width. It is mentioned din naman dun sa question. And it is a rectangular prism, has a width of 1.5 meters. So 1.5 meter equal to volume of air after. Or so if the liquid surface touches point A, we form a right triangle. So that's base times height. So let's say this is our base x and then times total height na 1.2, which is 0.1 plus 1, and times ang ating width na 1.5 meters. So we can get the x by solving it. So 1.5 m is cancelled out, and then over 1/2 1.2 meter para makuha natin yung value ng x. So divide lang natin siya ng 1/2 times 1.2. So x will be equal to, okay, let's plug it sa ating calculator. So it will be equal to 0.667 meter. So it means ito na yung distance ng ating x dyan, which is yung ating base. So from that, we can compute the angle theta. So using this right triangle here, this one is a right triangle, so we can solve theta by tangent formula, which is equals to opposite, which is 1.2. Ayan. So that's 1.2 meter over x. So it's just theta is equal to arctan of 1.2 over x Since ang bali ng ating x is 0.667 meters. Bali, ay pa-plug lang natin sa ating calcu. So we have arc tan 1 over 2 over 0.667. So that is equal to 60.933 degrees. Okay? So yan ang bali ng ating theta or yung ating angle. Okay, so from that, we can compute the acceleration for us to attain the liquid surface at this angle using again the formula for tangent. We have tan theta is equal to acceleration over gravity. And para makuha natin ang acceleration, times lang natin siya ng g both sides. So g tan theta is equal to acceleration. That's a is equal to tan theta, that is equal to 9.81 meter per second squared. Tan, ang ating theta, 60.933 degree. So, ipi-plug lang natin sa calcu para makuha ang value ng ating acceleration. Okay, so times tan theta 60.933. That's equal to 17.649 meter per second squared. So, nakuha na natin ang hinahanap natin for our letter A. And for letter B, let's determine the pressure at point B. So, dito. So, let's have another figure for this one. Okay, so for a closed vessel, so we have here a moving vessel. So in determining the pressure at point B, which is the side where we have a greater hydrostatic pressure compared sa point A na 0 yung ating hydrostatic pressure because there's no water above point A, right? So in the case of closed vessel, what will happen here is that the pressure head at point B, which is supposed to be up this point only, because when the water move, this will be now your new position, and this is now will be your air and the water. But in closed containers that is moving, the pressure head at point B is computed where we extend this liquid surface to the point that it will intersect the side when we extend also the side where we will find the pressure. Okay, so this is your side have a point B. Okay, if we will just extend the vertical line there, and we will extend this liquid surface following the angle theta. Let's say this is your line for this liquid surface. Okay, so that is your point of intersection there, yung ayan, kung saan siya nag-intersect. So yan yung point also ng intersection between the two line. Therefore, the pressure head that we will use here in determining the pressure at point B is the height here, the distance h. Okay, that h is the total pressure head. So it means kapag close ang ating vessel, the pressure head at point B is more than as we compared to an open vessel. So, okay, so kapag kinumpute na naman natin ang ating pressure sa point B, okay, it's just the product unit of width of water times the distance h. To compute h, we use the tan theta, that is equal to h over adjacent na 2 meter. So, h is equal to 2 meter tan theta. So, that is equal to 2 meter tan, tas yung ating theta na nakuha That is 60.933. Thank you to solve this one. Okay, so 2 times tan 60.933. So that's equal to 3.598 meter. So, ito na yung ating total height. From that, we can solve the pressure at point B. That is equal to 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter times 3.598, which is yung ating height na kinuha kanina. That is equal to, okay, let's solve it. 9.81 times 3.598. That is equal to 35.296. And unit niya is kilometer per meter na magiging kilopascal siya. Okay? That's our pressure at point B.